from West Ham earlier this week. They said, we are not a club that panics about our managers. What about now, though?
Well, they're not, and they shouldn't, but the noise is only going to get louder. It's how you perform. It's optics. They don't look great. Like you can talk about tactics and getting certain things right. At the end of the day, 3-0 and 5-1 is really, really poor. And there will be questions asked. Again, I mentioned to you, Danny, they can come out with that statement this week, but guess what? Someone's going to ask the same question today. Someone's going to ask the same question next week. They're going to have to answer it by their play on the pitch, their commitment, their performances. Right now, it's not good enough.
And I think the problem is what adds the extra pressure, home form. You've just seen there the points, the lack of points since the start of last season, not won at home since February. Fans do all of the talking, especially at the home stadium, when they're leaving, not just half-time, but before half-time. That becomes a serious issue. And, you know, the powers that be are always going to look at things like that. My concern is that I don't see how this gets better. You know, you look at the fans, they're frustrated. They've put up with this for a long time now. They were hoping for a good transfer window. They spent a lot of money last summer. It didn't go into fruition, and because of that, they're sort of a little bit stuck. This summer, they lose good players. You know, so you look at Kudus. He goes to Tottenham, and all of a sudden, West Ham supporters, and they then start to question their own team. And for me, it's a huge problem. The
interesting part is when we talk about how you change it. This is where really good managers earn their pay, because they spent all preseason about tactics and culture and all the rest of it. Right? It didn't go according to plan. You almost have to not scrap it. You almost have to say, by hook or by crook, we get a result next week. It doesn't matter. Forget tactics for a second. And I know I've been preaching that, but forget that for a second. We must get a result. And I've been in teams who have taken heavy defeats, and the manager would say to us all week, it's not about tactics anymore, guys. It's about commitment, about the commitment to the shirt and heart, and we're going to chase balls down, and we're going to fight, and we're going to do all the things that we're going to get back to basics. So it's real. Again, I keep talking about it's a really big week for Graham Potter.
You say really good managers earn their pay at times like this. Danny, do you see Graham Potter as a really good manager?
I do assume he's a good manager. Let's not forget, a few years ago, he was touted as the next England manager when he was at Brighton. The way that he was sort of seen to be revolutionising the game, he was put up there with Pep Guardiola in terms of his style of play. But for me, the problem is you can have a coach, you can have a manager that's forward-thinking like that. But I've been interested in it myself. I don't know if Tim feels the same, where a team can turn into a team of individuals at times because your confidence is so low. The best teams, they can look after their own game and they can look after the teammates' games if things aren't going right. But at the moment, it's so difficult for every single one of those players. They're looking after their own game, and that's why it portrays a team of individuals when we're watching them on the field.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.